Welcome back to the Artist Access. This is your host, Dee Dee. I am here with Square Business, Kevo.
Square Business, yeah.
Thank you for being here today.
I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the invite.
We want to hear all about Square Business Media. So we see you all around. We see you doing music videos. We see you at events sometimes. Can you tell us about how Square Business Media started and some of the interesting things you've done over the years?
Square Business started in 2018. I was with another group, and we were doing like the studio, and then we started doing music videos. Yeah. So we really just split ways. So I started just doing my own thing, and then it just took off. I started doing more music videos with like bigger artists, and just like how you said, going to events, weddings, everything really. So recently, I just did a video for the Big Pokey when he had passed. Oh. I had did the recap video in 97 and blew it up. It did like over 1 million views. Yeah, that's like my note of fame right now.
That's amazing. So basically you started off with a bigger group of people. You started doing music videos. What got you into music videos? Was it your love of music, your love of just doing media? Really,
to tell you the truth, like as a kid, like I kind of like was into the film. Yeah. Like I always wanted to redo scenes from movies, but I didn't know I could like do it for real. And then I got older, and then my friend Dominique Jenkins, shout out Sacrifice for Self, he wanted to be a director, and that sparked the idea, like, okay, we could do something with a camera. So that's really low-key where it came from. I like watching the behind the scenes of movies, and that always, like seeing this, I like this type of stuff.
Me too. I love like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Question.
The process.
So when you started, because there are so many young people, people our age as well, who want to get into creating something on their own, but they feel like, yeah, I have a camera, yeah, I have a phone, but it's not going to be to the quality or the standard that I see on TV. What made you say, hey, I'm just going to start where I am and get better? Was that the mindset anyway?
Yeah, kind of. At the time, like, it wasn't so many people at the time. So it was me and a couple older guys. So I didn't really have no one to ask. So I just really just started doing stuff. So that would be my, my advice to the next. Just do it. No matter if you got a phone, a real camera, just do it, really,
How did you get your first music video? Did you approach that artist? Did they approach you? You can go ahead and say names if you want to as well, as far as like some of the artists that you've worked with.
Okay. The first music video was with TSG4L Lil Lee. Like I said, I was with another group and they had a studio. So him and his friends used to come and record songs. I had the camera there, but I just didn't know, how do you just break the ice and be like, let's shoot a music video. So I asked, y'all want to shoot a video? They're like, kids, yeah, we'll shoot a music. We shot 2 for TSG 4L Lil Lee and Ski 40. We had shot 2 videos. They had recorded like 10 songs that day, and that was 2017. And then it just kept going.
Okay, so you said that they had recorded like 10 songs that day. What I understand about you, you're also prolific. You have hundreds of videos under your belt.
Over 300 music videos. I don't know how many weddings, birthdays, gender reveals. A lot.
So what is that? Is that a work ethic that you have? Is it just you're passionate about what you're doing? A combination of both?
I guess, yeah, a combination. I don't really pay attention to how much, the quantity. I just do the work, and I want to like make sure it's creative and it doesn't look like the last video. Doesn't have the same audio from the last video. So that's really how I go about it,
What makes you kind of continue to work on your craft and get better? Because a business model sometimes could be, hey, this is what I know and this is what I will keep providing. I'm done, right?
Right.
It sounds like you're continuously learning new things and pushing yourself.
Yeah, I got to. Square business. I just try to do good business with everybody, make everybody happy, make sure they get their videos in a timely manner. That's like my overall, that keeps me going. It's so much work, it never stops. Like right now, I think I got 2 music videos sitting at the house I need to, and then a wedding coming up, and I just came back from Cali, so it's just constant work. It won't ever stop, so.
So is there anything that you are looking forward to that's either coming up or something you want to kind of manifest? Maybe there's an artist that you want to work with or a certain type of media that you haven't done a lot of just yet. What would that be?
Well, I do want to get a film studio, and I want to start teaching other people how to edit. That's like a big thing that's going to start taking over is the editing part. Like people know how to record themselves, they don't know how to do that part. So I want to get a film studio to build sets, you know, like, well, I don't want to say because I don't want people to take my ideas. But that I want to build sets, have classrooms, teach people how to edit, teach people how to work the camera. And as far as like people I want to film with, all the legendary Houston artists. I shot with Paul Wall, but I want to shoot with all of them just to have it, you know, on my belt. And then I want to start tapping into like bar mitzvahs, and I just did a show, some rock show.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. I want to start doing that kind of stuff too, just to show I'm versatile. I don't just do rap.
That's right.
You know?
You're versatile, and you are expanding. It sounds like every year you have live events, but you also have things that are more like music videos. You see yourself doing film in the future.
Well, we shot a pilot. A pilot is basically like a recap of a script to bring to an agency, you know, and then they find someone to put the money behind. Called Single Lane. It's on Amazon, Tubi. It's on a lot of streaming platforms. So.
Okay. Wait, let's say that again. So if people want to check this out, where is it and what is it called?
Cinco Lane, like the number 5, Cinco. The 5th music video, basically. It's a horror film. It's a pilot. It's on Amazon and Tubi for sure. And it's on YouTube too. So if you want to support Amazon, Tubi, you know.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and check that out, it kind of shows interest, right? So as you're pitching, does it make it easier?
I'm a perfectionist. So that was like my real legit, doing it the correct way, the right format of the script and everything. So just want to keep going with that. Because that's really why I wanted to start doing this was film.
Yeah.
Like the music video started paying bills, so I was like, okay, let me do this, you know.
Who are some of your influences in film? Like, do you have any people or any projects that really speak to you that made you say, I want to pick up a camera, I want to do film? Yes, I'm starting with smaller forms like, shorter forms like music videos, because we know music videos could be like a film itself.
Basically,
when I think about like Michael Jackson, Thriller, and
pretty
much, you know, especially in the 90s. I mean, music videos are so big budget.
Yeah.
But who made you want to pick up the camera? I know you said you had a friend.
Yeah. No, really, I don't really tell nobody, is the first Ninja Turtle movie. They had the behind the scenes on the tape, and it just showed how they move their mouths. And that's where the orange come from, is Michelangelo. So that's really what made me want to start doing this. But influences, really like DJ Young Sam. Yeah. He shoots music videos out here, and he was big, like influence for me. I like watching him. Skrilla Montana, Grade A Media Productions, I forgot, and Agony Life. I used to buy all of Agony Life's DVDs out here.
Yeah.
So those are all people from here that I just, you know, I seen. So I was like, dang, like he's from here? That's live. I want to do something like that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's crazy because for a lot of people who are watching or people who meet you, you might be the catalyst for them, right?
Yeah,
Is that something that you think about?
Hell no, I never thought of that. That's cool if they do. You know, I'm an approachable person. Like I noticed with the film people, with us, the camera crew, like we don't have beef. So it's easier for me and you to talk about camera stuff. Hey, bro, what you think about this lens? These colors or LUTs for the editing, and we don't have a problem sharing info other than like the music world. They don't share information. So it's cool. It's cool.
What is it like, I guess, you kind of gave me a little bit of an answer. What is it like being a creative in Houston? It seems like you've worked with a lot of people. You just said people are open, at least in this industry.
Yeah. It's cool.
Do you have any suggestions for, I guess, like maybe there's someone aspiring out there or someone who wants to reach out to you? Are there places that you go formally to meet up with other filmmakers or?
Well, I suggest go to open mics. Any open mic, go to all the open mics. That's where I go. I still, to this day, go to open mics to get my practice on photo. Like, I'm better with video, but photo, I ain't like, well, I don't think I'm the best, so I go and test out the camera that way. And as far as meeting me, I mean, follow me on social media, everything, any kind of social media, Square Business Media, spelled out correctly, and I'll answer. What else? Really just gotta be in the mix. I'll be everywhere. I go to all the shows, I go to everything. So just talk to me, you know?
So it sounds like what you're talking about is people being open, to just talking to people, offering a service.
Can't be shy.
Is there any advice that you have around doing actual work?
What
For
you mean?
instance, you said a lot of people might shoot these days, but they don't necessarily know how to edit. Like, where do they pick up these skills? Where did you just get Premiere? Did you just get Final Cut Pro? Did you use iMovie starting out? Like, what was that learning curve for you?
Man, trial and error. I got a cousin in Denver. Shout out to Fowl and Easy Media out there in Denver, Colorado. He does his camera stuff on a bigger level. Like, I want to say he was doing it for the news out there. He was shooting music videos too. So I had asked him about the program. So I started working with Final Cut. And really, I just trial and error, just trying stuff. YouTube really didn't have a lot of stuff to teach you, like tutorials how to do stuff. So I was really just clicking on stuff, messing up.
Yeah.
The program crashing, got to restart the computer. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of people when I first started, like, doing this stuff. And social media, it was big, but it wasn't big like how it is right now. So
like what year are you talking about?
2017, like the beginning, 17. Like the end of 16, beginning of 17. Because I was kind of hesitant to, like, start shooting. Same thing, like, I didn't know, how do I go about, like, you know, you need a video?
Yeah.
It's simple. I don't know, I overthought it. So I was getting my practice on. And then I just fell up in the studio and the two guys were there. It just happened, really.
Yeah, it sounds like this is definitely like what you were meant to be doing, right?
Low key, huh?
Yeah, it just worked out. But for anyone out there, it sounds like you also took a lot of initiative. You spoke up. You said, "Hey, let me try this." You weren't scared. You weren't scared to fail, just a little bit, the small failures along the path.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I do want to ask you before we go to commercial if you have one call of action to everyone out there. It might be to check out the pilot, as you mentioned, or if you have an event coming up, or hey, maybe if you want to work with a particular artist who might be watching.
I mean, go watch Cinco Lane on Amazon. Cinco Lane, like the number 5 in Spanish. Cinco and then LN on Amazon, Tubi, YouTube. Go watch that. As far as work with, I want to work with everybody. Like, not just rap. R&B, rock, bar mitzvahs, like I said, like everything. I'll do anything, really, you know, or I'll film anything with me. That sounded crazy, but yeah, I'll film anything. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Kevo.
I appreciate y'all, man. It's cool.
And we will be right back after this break with another poet.